Okay, good morning everyone. Welcome to this lecture of Oracle Database Administration. Today we are going to learn about the basic overview about instance. What is instance, and its related background process and everything. Okay. So first, there is a name called instance. There is a name called instance. Okay. First, what is instance? I'll explain you, so that you people have to make a note of it. Even right now the running notes, or after that, looking at the recording, you people can start making a note of it. Okay. So what is instance? Okay. Instance is a combination of SGA plus background process. Instance, I repeat, instance is a combination of SGA plus background process, plus all the background process. Now, what is SGA? SGA means system global area. SGA means system global area. Then what is SGA? SGA is consist of shared pool. SGA is divided into three things. SGA is divided into three things. What are the three components? SGA is divided into three components. Component 1, component 2, component 3. So SGA is a combination of shared pool, database buffer cache, read log buffer cache. Okay, I repeat, SGA is a combination of shared pool, database buffer cache, read log buffer cache. Right now, what is the shared pool? Meaning itself, the name meaning itself, it is telling shared pool is nothing but it's a component, or it's a space that is shared by library cache and data dictionary cache. I repeat once again, instance is a combination of SGA plus background process. All this background process, right? Now, what is SGA? SGA is a combination of three components. Shared pool, database buffer cache, DBBC, database buffer cache, RLBC, redo log buffer cache. Now, what is shared pool? Shared pool is a pool which is shared by library cache and data dictionary cache. Till here, everyone understand, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Now we'll go slowly into one by one. What is the background process? Now, what is background process? Now, why I'm explaining you all this? What I'm trying to explain? I'm explaining nothing. I'm giving zero knowledge only. I'm not zero knowledge, I can say, but at least some knowledge only, not full knowledge. Full knowledge you will get in the class of architecture. Very, 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 very important, and the life of Oracle DBA architecture, you'll come to know. But I'm just giving you the overview, a quick glance, an overview about what is the instance and everything. Okay. Now, coming to the background. So as I told you again, instance is a combination of SGA plus background process. Now we'll go into one by one about background process. See, here is the naming conventions. LC and library cache, DDC and data dictionary cache. LC library cache, DDC data dictionary cache, DBBC database buffer cache, RLBC read log buffer cache. Okay. Next, background processor. And first background processor is PMON. First background processor is PMON, means process monitor. It's like a father of a family. SMON, system monitor. It's like a mother of a family. Okay. And okay, now in interview, if someone asks you, hey, can you please explain me how many background process do you know in Oracle database? You say PMON, SMON, RECO, MMAN, MMON, CKPT, DBWR, LGWR, ARCH and everything. Okay. Now what is PMON, SMON? If someone asks you, please don't tell in interview that PMON is father of family, SMON is mother of family, RECO is uncle of family. Please don't tell like that, okay? Understand what I'm talking? Right?
Yes.
Yes.
This is just for your understanding, ma. This is just for your understanding. What is PMON is? PMON means process monitor. It's like a father of family. Meaning, if I mean if our kids are how they are doing, how they are actually performing, are they deviating, are they doing good things, are they doing bad things, okay, are they daily going to school, our father used to monitor, right? I mean, with whom our kids are actually doing friendship and everything, like what is his circle and everything, his or her circle. So we just monitor, we just monitor our kids, right? In the same way PMON is a process monitor which actually monitors the processes in the database, meaning how they are performing, whether it is up, whether the database is up, whether the database is down, what's happening in the database, and how, what it is doing and everything. It just it will monitor, process monitor. Now SMON, what is SMON? It's like mother of a family. Why I have related like a mother of a family? Because when we feel hungry, obviously we'll go and ask our mother only, mom, I please feed some food, I'm hungry. Yes or no, everyone?
Yes.
So obviously I have related like that, meaning database in the database, suddenly database is crashed, and database needs some food, means database needs some recovery, database needs some recovery, data recovery. Then SMON will do it. Then SMON will do it. Database needs some recovery, then SMON will do it. Okay. Now reco is for resolving distributed transactions, means it's like uncle of a family. Who is uncle or guardian? If PMON and SMON are fighting with each other, mother and father are fighting with each other, then reco will come into the picture. Then reco will come into the picture for resolving any distributed transactions. Okay. For now, I'm just giving you the basic understanding and definitions only. I'm not going in depth architecture. We will learn in architecture. Okay. Next, MMAN, memory manager. For this, I'll give you detailed information. Okay. So MMAN means memory manager, which is effective from 10G. Now, what is this MMAN background processor? What is this MMAN? Means memory manager. What is this MMAN background processor will do? MMAN background processor will do. It is implemented from 10G. What it will do? Why, when it will come into the picture? Why actually this is introduced? And everything I'll explain you. Okay. People who are not talking can mute, right? Okay. Now, at the time of database creation, if you people remember, at the time of database creation, everyone, I'm asking everyone only, at the time of database creation, do you people remember the step number 4, database parameters? You have went to, I mean, you have gone to this location, Oracle Home DBS, and you have actually given these parameters in VI init database name dot ora, and you have given DB underscore name compatible, DB block size, DB cache size, shared pool size, log buffer, control file, undo management, undo table space, diagnostic test. You people wrote this parameters, then only your database was created. Do you people remember this? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Everyone remember, right?
Yes.
Right. Very good. Now coming to the parameters, DB underscore name is a parameter that we are giving to specify what database name that we have to create. Which database we want to create, that database name. Compatible means I'm giving version, in which version my database is getting created. Block size, I'll explain you, no problem. Block size, I'll explain you in later. Okay. Next, why I am showing these parameters right now, and what is the relation? What is the relation of MMan, memory manager, with those parameters? The relation with the parameters is, see, what is this? Who will tell me? This is SGA. What is this?
SGA.
SGA. What is SGA? SGA is a combination of
Shared pool,
Three component
buffer cache.
three components: shared pool, database buffer cache,
log buffer cache.
So as I told you, like we have a lot of versions in the Oracle, right? We have a lot of versions like 9i, 10g, 11g, 11g release 1, 11g release 2, 12c, 12c release 1, 12c release 2. Okay, and next 18c, 19c, like that. So before 10g, listen carefully. Before 10g, this background processor was not there. MMan was not there. Why? Before 10g, how we used to create database is, how we used to start the instance is, what is this? Tell me.
Shared pool.
Shared pool. So what we used to do, we used to give shared underscore pool underscore size is equal to 120M. Means you are directly defining that shared pool size should be 120 MB. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Next, what is this?
Database buffer.
Database buffer cache. So what we are doing, we are giving db underscore cache underscore size. db database buffer cache underscore size is equal to 150 MB. Means you are defining that database buffer cache size should be 150 MB. You are defining. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Next, what is this RLBC?
Read log buffer.
Buffer cache. So what you are doing at the time of database creation, you are defining log underscore buffer, read log buffer. Log buffer is equal to 20,000, means 200 MB. It has to be 200 MB. So you are defining a value. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Means at the time of writing parameters, we as a DBA, we are defining how much size should be shared pool, how much size should be database buffer cache, how much size should be read log buffer cache. You are defining with individual parameters. Now, if I ask you, what is the size of SGA? 120 MB plus 150 MB plus 200 MB. Yes or no, everyone?
Yes.
150, 120 plus 150 plus 200. So 200 plus 150, 350, 470. So it means if I ask you what is the size of SGA, you have to calculate shared pool size, you have to calculate DB database buffer cache size and read log buffer cache size. If you add everything, it is 470 MB. Then I can say the size of SGA is 470 MB. Yes or no?
Yes.
But this is till 10G only. From 10G onwards, picture changed. कहानी change हो गया. From 10G कहानी पूरा change हो गया. क्या है? What is the story is? You don't have to give. Listen carefully. You don't have to give individual sizes. You don't have to give individual sizes. Means you don't have to give. What is that? You don't have to give shared pool size. You don't have to give DB cache size. You don't have to give log buffer size. You don't have to give these three parameters. These three parameters individually. So we are giving these three parameters individually, right? Till now we are giving these three parameters individually.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Till now we are giving these three parameters individually. So this three, what is this three combination is called as?
SGA.
Everyone, please repeat. What is this combination of these three is called as? SGA, right? So
Yes.
instead of writing these three parameters, instead of writing these 3 parameters at the time of database creation or at the time of, instead of writing these 3 parameters, replace these 3 parameters with one single parameter called SGA underscore target is equal to 500M. Instead of these 3 parameters, now what you are doing, you are actually giving these 3 parameters individually. Means shared pool you are giving individual parameter, database buffer cache you are giving individual parameter, read log buffer cache you are giving individual parameter with some sizes. Don't give it from now, from 10G onwards, and we are using 11G now, so we don't have to worry. Okay, so what I mean to say is all these 3 parameters can be replaced with one parameter called SGA underscore target. Okay, understood what I'm talking?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now you people might have a question. Sir, if we give SGA underscore target is equal to 500M, which means all these 3 components, SGA size is 500M. All these 3 components have to get some sizes, right? Out of this 500 MB, shared pool should get some size, database buffer cache should get some size, and read log buffer cache should be allocated with some size. Out of this 500 MB, shared pool should be allocated, database buffer cache should be allocated, read log buffer cache should be allocated. Now who will allocate that? MMan. Memory manager will manage the memory 500 MB and allocate that. Out of 500 MB, it will allocate some size, like say 150 MB. It will be allocated to shared pool. 150 MB, it will be allocated to database buffer cache. 200 MB, it will be allocated to read log buffer cache. MMan will allocate. This is called automatic memory management. Automatic memory management. Earlier, what we used to do, we used to manually manage the memory by giving parameter, shared pool size, DB cache size, log buffer size. We used to give manually, we used to give the sizes, and we used to manage them manually. But from 10G onwards, we are not managing manually. We are leaving to MMan. Hey MMan, please manage the memory. Memory manager, please manage the memory. I'll just give automatic memory management. I won't give individual sizes. I'll give only one size. SGA underscore target is equal to 500M. So this memory manager will come into the picture and manage the memory. It will uniquely distribute the memory to the 3 components. And for example, it has distributed shared pool 150 MB, database buffer cache 150 MB, read log buffer cache 200 MB, which means 500 MB is full now. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So the beauty of memory manager is, for example, shared pool size 150 MB is not sufficient. Shared pool size 150 MB is not sufficient. Okay. Read log buffer cache size is 200 MB, which is more, for example, means it is more than sufficient. So what it will do, it will take some memory from here and it will allocate to this. So it will equally balance. According to the requirement. It will balance the memory. MMan, understand what I'm talking?
Yes, sir. Yes, understood.
So that is about MMan. MMan is nothing but memory manager, which manages the memory. So that is about this background processor. It will be effective when this background processor will be effective, guys. When this background processor will be effective, it will be effective only if we implement automatic memory management. If you give like this, if you give like this, the MMan is not effective. Means MMan will not come into the picture. If you give individual parameters. Instead of that, if you give only one parameter, SGA underscore target, automatic memory management will come into the picture. And memory manager will automatically manage the memory. Understand, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Next background processor is MMON, memory monitor. Memory monitor. What is this memory monitor? It is like a CC camera. It is like a CC camera. Why I was talking about CC camera? Because it is also implemented from 10G only, from 10G onwards. What is the CC camera? I'll tell you. We have a camera in our hand. We take a photo. Right? We take a photo with the help of camera. What do we call the photo as? Snap. Hey, please take a snap. Yes or no? Snap. Understand?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Now yesterday, when I started today's session, when I asked you like about this document, you people only told like I have taken a snap. Okay, at the time of classes going on, I have taken a snap because I did not share the document, right?
Yes.
Okay, so what I'll explain you. Okay, so what is the snap, and I'll explain you what is the MMON, memory monitor background processor will do. Memory monitor background processor is like a CC camera from the back end. What it will do is, listen carefully, for every 1 hour, remember this, in a day how many hours are there?
24.
Why remaining people are not talking? You people don't know. Did you people study about in a day there will be 24 hours? For every 1 hour there will be 60 seconds. You people know or not?
No.
Yes.
Then why you people are not answering, man? This is not a technical question, right? It's a basic question only. Why you are not interacting? Okay, fine. So what I mean to say, so in a day there will be 24 hours. For every 1 hour, this background processor MMON, this background processor memory monitor, what it will do is for every 1 hour, it will take one complete snap of the database. మొత్తం ఒక స్నాప్ తీసేస్తుంది, ఒక ఫోటో తీస్తుంది. For every 1 hour. For every 1 hour, it will take one photo. It will take one photo. One photo this. It will take a snap of the entire database and keep in some place, and it will store in some place. It will take a snap and store in some place with a snap ID. Means, for example, if you people DSLR, even if you with a mobile phones also, if you take a snap, a photo ko ka number generate aitadi. DSL 123, DSL 124, 125.
Image number.
Image number. That is snap number antam, snap ID. In the same way, in a database also, when there is a snap that is taken, for every snap there will be snap ID generated. So in a day, how many snaps will be taken by MMON? Tell me, how many snaps MMON will take? 24 snaps. Yeah, 24 snaps. Every 1 hour, there will be one snap. Okay, photo this. Why these snaps will be used for? Manam snaps enduku vaartam asalu? Endukante, for example, if someone is coming to you and complaint ochindi, you got a complaint like, hey, DBA, yesterday night 10 o'clock, from 10 o'clock till morning 6 o'clock. Yesterday night 10 o'clock till morning 6 o'clock. ఇప్పుడు నీకు 8 o'clock కంప్లైంట్ వచ్చింది. Now the time is 8:30, right? You got a complaint at 8:30. 8:30కి ఒక కంప్లైంట్ వచ్చింది. ఏమని వచ్చిందంటే, listen carefully. Yesterday night 10 o'clock to morning 6 o'clock, database was not performing good, man. It is very, very poor performance. Can you please help me? What happened in the database from yesterday night 10 till morning 6? I'm not able to understand. Is our complaint is the user is complaining that user is able to connect to the database, but database performance is very low. So this is the complaint. Now what we will do is, with the help of the snap ID, with the help of the snaps, from yesterday night 10 to 11 oka snap untadi, 11 to 12 oka snap, Next 1 to 2 ఇంకో snap, 2 to 3 ఇంకో snap, 3 to 4, 4 to 5, 5 to 6, 6 to 7, all these snaps ఉంటాయి కదా. మనం ఏం చేస్తామంటే విల్ జనరేట్ వన్ రిపోర్ట్. స్టార్టింగ్ స్నాప్ ఐడి వచ్చి 10 o'clock స్నాప్ ఐడి, ఎండింగ్ స్నాప్ ఐడి వచ్చి 6 o'clock స్నాప్ ఐడి, మార్నింగ్ 6 o'clock. In between that what happened and we'll generate one report. That report is called AWR, Automatic Workload Repository. AWR report. Our report generate JC, we will monitor, we can check what happened from night 10 o'clock to morning 6 o'clock. So to a performance check చేయడం కోసం a reports use చేస్తాం, a snapshots use చేస్తాం. అర్థమైందా why we are using the snapshots?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So that is why M1 is there, and M1 will help to take the snaps for every 1 hour, and that snaps will be stored in some place. So it is like a CC camera. Next, logradar. Everyone knows what is what logradar doing, right? LGWR. What is logradar doing? Whatever changes that are coming to redo-log buffer cache, the live transactions coming to redo-log buffer cache, logradar will take. It will write into redo-log files. Redo 1a.log. If redo 1a.log is full, it will start writing into redo 2a.log. If redo 2a is full, again it will write into redo 1a. So the logs which I and in the meantime, archives are getting generated. Archives generate. Who will generate archives? ARCH. ARCH background processor is responsible for generating the archives. Means ARCH background processor will cut the data from redo-log files and writes into archives. Then what is the job of logradar? Logradar job is to cut the live data from redo-log buffer cache and write into redo-log files. See, logradar job is to cut the live transactions from redo-log buffer cache and write into redo-log files. Then archiver job is to cut the data from redo-log files and write into archive logs. Understand both the usage?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Next, DBWR. DBWR is database writer. It's like copy paste. What it will do? Database writer. Before database writer, I have to talk about checkpoint. Checkpoint is nothing but it sets a milestone to the database. Milestone crossed by a database. Checkpoint is nothing but it sets a milestone crossed by the database. So that's okay. Leave it. We'll deal with this later. And database writer also leave it. We'll deal with this later. Database writer is copying the data from database buffer cache and writing into data files. Okay. So that's it. This is about the document, basic overview, and understanding about instance. This is about instance. Now, finally, I want to conclude one thing. When instance is started, what do you mean by instance?
It is a combination of SGA and background.
And the background
process.
SGA plus background process. So when instance is started, SGA plus background process will start. When the instance is started, remember carefully, when the instance is started, SGA plus background process will start. So that is only the next class. The next class is startup and shutdown modes. I mean, P file, ST file, static dynamic parameters, and startup and shutdown mode. When you use startup, what happens? How many people know that? How many people observed? That when you give startup, database startup,
SQL started.
data was mount aitadi. Database start aitadi.
Okay, I'll explain you. First instance start aitadi. Tarvata database mount aitundi. Then database will open. Database opened. These are the 3 stages. Instance started, database mounted, database opened. These are the 3 stages will happen when you give startup. Now you people know what is instance. So instance started ante ee P file lo una parameters anni read chesi ఈ p file లో ఉన్న parameters అన్ని read చేసి it read all the p file parameters and it started the instance with that sizes, whatever the sizes you mentioned, it started the instance with those sizes, and then it mounted the database, then it opened the database. Understand everyone?
Yes, sir.
So that's it, guys. I have nothing to share today in today's class. That's it. So hope you people understood, and the class was very easy to understand, and I believe so. So other than that, I have nothing to share today, and the Q&A session is started. I have 4 minutes where you can start asking your questions. Other than that, nothing to share today. Thank you so much for joining.